Happy Wednesday, you all. I know you're very excited to see me in the same clothes again. I'm just trying to get everything squared away before Monday because I have not had a day off since it's been about 2 weeks. So I know you all had spring break and I was gone supervising, chaperoning, whatever you want to call it. The Charleston trip, but as soon as we got back from Charleston, got home about 11:30, I had to be at my new job Monday morning. So, and today's Saturday, and I work today as well. So tomorrow is my first day off, and I want to kind of enjoy it as my first day off, and it's Easter Sunday too. So, got lots to do. I'm going to be cooking, and actually just made a pie. So, I'm trying to get everything done right now so that I don't have to do it tomorrow, so that's why you get to see me in the same clothes every day. Anyway, today we're going to interpret a line of best fit. So using the data that we have and the lines that we've drawn, we're going to sorry, I lost my train of thought. Another good song came on and it just took me away. Anyway, so we're going to look at those lines, kind of find some information from that. And then you will have a worksheet to do after this. The sub will have the key if you want to check your answers. I highly suggest that. You will have a quiz tomorrow, Thursday. And then Friday, you have some worksheets to do over equations and then a throwback to Pythagorean theorem. So let's go ahead and look at this one today. So this is some kind of more examples from looking at our data, or by looking at data. So we've got data that was collected from 17 different people, compares the number of years of higher education. And higher education means after high school. So if you go to college, a trade school, something like that, that's education past high school. They received. And then kind of their salary. So if they had more education after high school, did their salary increase or did it decrease, or was there no association whatsoever? So first part, we're going to interpret the slope. So is there, is it going up? Is it going down? So we're going to look at the line itself. Find two exact points that the line passes through in order to calculate the slope and circle them. So again, we're going to use our line and find 2 points that the line passes through. So I'm going to use, let's see, here's a good one right here at 4,50. And then, here's another good one right here. I'm going to use that one up there at 8,80. And then use this number to describe the rate of change in the trend of the scatter plot. So we're going to calculate our slope. So remember, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So our first point, and again, I said that was 4,50. And then our next point was 8,80. So if I do, so let me change the color here. This is x1, y1, x2, and y2. So if I do 80 minus 50 over 8 minus 4, so that is 30 over 4. So, okay, so using that, it says the slope tells us that there is an average salary of, let's see, salary increase of $30,000 for every 4 years of education past high school. So your salary definitely goes up. So for every 4 years of education past high school, you increase your salary by $30,000. So for example, if you get out of high school and you get a job and you make $30,000 when you get out of high school, if you went to college and graduated in 4 years, you're going to make $60,000. If you go to more college, another 4 years, your salary is going to be $90,000. So it looks like it, not only college, trade schools, anything like that, your salary is definitely going to increase. So that shows you right there that you need to study hard and that way you can make some more money. Okay, so using that slope, that can tell us a lot of good information because right there it told us, how much your salary increased each year past high school. So next we're going to look at the y-intercept and kind of interpret what that means. So first, identify the y-intercept of the line itself. And use this number to describe the starting point, start, or beginning of the situation. Okay, so the y-intercept tells us that the average starting salary for a person with 0 years of education past high school is about $20,000. So that's what that y-intercept tells us. 0 years of education past high school. So you just graduated high school and you're like, peace out, I'm not doing more school, I'm done. I'm just going to go ahead and get my job. You're going to get $20,000. Which you all might be like, yes, that's awesome. But if you go 2 years, you're going to make $30,000. It looks like on this point. The line's a little different. It's a little bit more than that. $32,000, maybe 33. But anyway, 4 years, you get that $30,000 increase. So that's kind of what that y-intercept tells us, that starting point. And then from there, is it going up or down? Next, part C, use that line of best fit to determine the average salary of a person with 7 years of education and what they might be predicted to receive. So first thing, we're going to find 7 years on the x-axis. So that would be right here. And follow it up to the line itself. So not a point. You're going to follow it straight up to the line. So don't stop at that point right there. Just keep going to that line. Let me do green. So right there. So what would that salary be for someone with 7 years of education past high school? Or you can use 7 in the equation for the line of best fit. So that would be y equals, what was our slope? 30 over 4? 30 over 4 times our x value, which is 7. And then plus our y-intercept was what, 20? That's 20. And then that will tell you as well. So 30 times 7 is 210 divided by 4. I'm going to use my calculator here. Let's see, 30 times 7 divided by 4, 52.5 plus 20. That'll be 72,500. So according to the line of best fit, a person with 7 years of education past high school might expect to receive an annual salary of approximately $72,500. Let me look at that line of best fit. Yeah, that's pretty close to that because if I take away my green dot, It's right above the 70 is where that line went up. Let's see, let me get back. See, it went right above. Oh, that's a terrible straight line. It went right above that 70 mark. So 72,500 would be pretty good. So you can use stuff like this to predict, say, okay, if I only want to go to school for 3 years past high school, how much money am I going to make according to all this data that it's showing me? This is where I get excited. I like stuff because I like to know things. I like to know what's coming at me. And obviously with salary and money, you like to kind of know what you're going to make. So that's what this is good for. All right. So let's look at this scatter plot. This practice problem. So this shows the cell phone battery life of 15 different people recorded at different hours of the day beginning after 7 a.m. So when they wake up in the morning and they start using their phone throughout the day, you all can probably answer this without even looking at the scatter plot. Your battery life is going to go down. I mean, you're not, unless you sit there with your phone always plugged in or hooked up to a charger, it's not going to go up. It's not going to stay at 100%. It's going to go down. So let's look at this data, and it definitely shows that it starts out at 100%, and then it starts to go down hours after 7 a.m. So 2 hours after 7 a.m. So obviously that's 9 a.m. 4 hours after 7 a.m., 11 a.m. And then it ends at 10 hours after 7 a.m. So that would be 5 o'clock at night. So let's look at the slope of the line of best fit. Sorry, guys. Let me make this a little bigger. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here's our first line or point on our line. And again, you want to do points on the actual line, not two like actual points. But this example, that's a really good one right there. That crosses right through. I'm going to draw my right triangle. Terrible right triangle, but there we go. So this is a negative. So negative, it's going down. Let's see, that's from 100 to 50, 50 over 6. 50 divided by 6 is 8 point something. It was a negative 8 point, I think it's 2. 50 divided by 6, or 8.3, excuse me, 8.3. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at these different answers. So interpret the slope of the line of best fit. So it says an average of 80% battery life was used over the course of 10 hours. So it went down, over 10 hours. Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate right there. Because it started out at 100%, and after 10 hours, it's right at 20. So that's, pretty accurate. Battery life of cell phones decreased by an average of 8% each hour. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Some phones used more battery life than others in the same amount of time. Kind of, but not really. And then D, battery life of cell phones decreased by an average of 10% each hour. Definitely not that one because we said 8.3. I think probably the best, I like this one right here because this is actually talking about per hour, that rate of change. My dog is streaming. You all hear me talk about Ronald all the time. I'm not going to show you because I'm not going to embarrass him while he's dreaming, but he's probably chasing some cats in that dream. Anyway, I like that rate of change per hour. I really think that's pretty good. All right. So this next one, let's interpret that y-intercept of the line of best fit. So y-intercept is, going to be right here at 100 because you start off at 100% battery at 0. So 0 hours after 7 a.m., you've charged it all night. It's at 100%. Let's see, an average of 80% battery life was used over the course of 10 hours. Battery life of cell phones decreased. So these are the same answers. C is changed. Some phones still have 100% battery life at 8 a.m. No. Oh, yeah, one phone did. It says some, but one phone did. The average cell phone begins the day at 7 a.m. with 100% battery life. I like that. That one's good. The average cell phone begins the day at 7 a.m. with 100% battery life. So that's what that y-intercept is talking about there. Okay, so next, this is your homework for the day. You're going to work on this test practice. It's not a whole lot of work. It's just 8 questions. So work on that for the rest of the day. And then if you all have any questions, if you wrote down my email, you can ask me some questions. I'll do my best to answer. But yeah, quiz tomorrow, quiz on Thursday, and then you will do some worksheets on Friday. So you all have a wonderful day. This is the last video. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is my last video because you'll do your quiz tomorrow, and then the worksheet that you have on Friday. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to answer there's some problems that were worked out incorrectly, and you're going to work them out correctly. You're going to find what they did wrong. It's just solving equations. And then same thing with Pythagorean theorem. Remember, Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So you all remember that. And I guess that's it. Bye, guys. I miss you.